All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this dumbbell workout on Saturday morning. Today's dumbbell workout is going to be all lower body exercises. We're going to work all muscles, lower body. I'll show you obviously the different variations that you can try depending on the weight of dumbbells or dumbbell that you've got. So hopefully we're all warmed up, ready to go. And we're going to start with a hamstring exercise. So we're going to start with a split stance RDL. So our normal RDL, our feet are perpendicular, so they're there like that. And we hinge back, keeping our back flat. With this one, we're just going to offset our feet a little bit. So we're going to take one foot and we're just going to pop it back here. So then most of the weight is going to go through this front leg there. Okay, so this one, you just want to use it as a support. So it's a regression from a one leg RDL. It just gives you a little bit more support, which means you can load it up a little bit more and load that front leg. So you've got a couple of options for this. So you can hold one dumbbell, this position here, or if you've got two lighter ones, or compared to your strength on this exercise, you can hold two here like this. If your dumbbells are still too light and you've loaded up as much as you can, slow the tempo down. Or if they're too heavy, and you've got a dumbbell that's really heavy or two dumbbells that's really heavy, just do a regular RDL here and keep the tempo a bit slower. Okay? So that's RA1. RA2 is going to be an ab move, which I'll show after we've done a set of these. So as this first set, I'm going to get a little bit looser. I'm going to use one of my dumbbells to begin with. So take your feet like you would for a normal RDL. Then just step one back, up onto your toe. So you don't need a big step. See how it's sort of the toes of the back foot and the heel of the front foot line up. Then it's just the same movement. So I push my hips back and I keep my back flat. And you should feel that front hamstring really stretch. You shouldn't feel much on the back leg. I'm going to do 8. Nice, steady tempo. Good. You should feel a really good stretch through that front hamstring. Down the back of your leg on the front leg. Right. Okay, so the ab exercise we're going to do is a reverse crunch. Now we're going to use dumbbells as anchor points on this to allow us to get a little bit better range of motion. So you're going to put the dumbbells over your head or dumbbell over your head. Depending on the weight, the heavier they are, actually the easier this is. So the less weight you use, the harder this exercise actually gets. You're going to bend your knees up to around 90 degrees. Try not to bring them up too high now, so try and keep them at 90 or just above 90. And then you're going to pull using your abs to lift your knees towards your chest. And we're doing 8. Okay, it's really important with that one that you don't use your legs too much and swing. So to show you the difference, if I drop my legs, swing them up, I'm just swinging, and see how I'm changing that angle of my legs. So if I do this, I'm not really using my abs. If I just keep my legs at roughly a 90-degree angle, and then I aim to lift my hips up off the floor, I'll get a lot more ab work, and I'm not relying on momentum. So if that's really tough for you, I would recommend doing a double leg dead bug as a regression, keeping your back flat and just go in there. Now, if it's too easy, I'd check your form first. So check that you're not using any momentum at all. So there's no movement in your legs. And then you're only using your abs. Now, if you feel like you're doing that right, and it's still too easy, you can add in the double leg dead bug as well. So you can go out, keeping your back flat to the floor, stop, down. That should be super intense. As long as your back stays tight to the floor when you do the dead bug, and then when you roll up into the reverse crunch, you are not swinging your legs. Okay, so stop, and then use your abs to pull, lift your pelvis off the floor. Okay, so split stance RDL. Got two options here. I could load it up with 2, or I can slow the tempo down. So I'm going to go with 1 again. I'm going to slow my tempo, especially on that downward phase. So I'm going to go down, and I'm going to spend 3 seconds on the way down, and I'm going to spend 3 seconds coming up. Okay, no pause at the bottom. You could add a pause if you want, but I'm just going to go 3 up, 3 down. So I'm going to get that split stance position. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. One more. Okay, same on the other side. So 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up. So it's slightly more difficult. You can do this with a regular RDL as well. So if you're struggling with a split stance, and you just want to go regular, you can slow it down, and it'll make a really, really big difference to how the exercise feels. Up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Really gonna squeeze all the way up. Try and squeeze your glute. One. Good. Okay. So reverse crunch. So set your dumbbell or dumbbells above your head. You want them just kind of even. You don't want too far away, but the longer you make your lever actually, the more difficult this will get. So when you have them tight, it's going to be a little bit easier than if you have them a bit further away here. Just due to levers. So get that grip up. Knees up to about 90. And then pull your hips off the floor using your abs. No swinging at the legs if you can. You see, I was pulling so hard on them then, because it was really, I was struggling quite a lot then. I was really pulling on dumbbells. So I probably need to try and pull less on those dumbbells. So the next one is we're going to go back on the split squat, back on the split stance RDL. I'm going to use 2 dumbbells this time so you can see how that works. You do need to kind of hold them slightly oddly just to make sure they kind of fit around you. Just give yourself a break, because that set was tough. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to use 2 dumbbells for this set, so you can see how to hold them. So obviously this is twice as heavy. I'm probably not going to keep the same tempo. Just get some a little bit heavier. So you can see I need to kind of hold them at 45 degree. I can't really hold them out to the sides, but I can't really hold them directly in front. So somewhere halfway in between. It's probably going to be the most comfortable. Okay, set, punt toe, hinge back. Okay, got my dumbbells. Try and have them fairly even. They're acting basically as a bar. So this is close to a hanging leg raise sort of exercise. But you can really focus on your abs on this one, moving correctly. So grip up, knees up to 90, and then we're gonna curl it up, nice and controlled. So you're trying to shorten the distance between your pelvis and your rib. So you're trying to move it this way. So you're trying to move your pelvis up and around, so you're shortening that distance between the two. Okay, so that's 3 sets there. Now we're going to move on to a squat variation and some calf raises. So with a squat, we're going to do a goblet squat or a dumbbell front squat, depending on how heavy your dumbbells or dumbbell is compared to this exercise. This is a really tough variation on the squat though. So I recommend starting with a goblet squat and seeing how it feels, and then if you've got 2 dumbbells and you want to see if you can do the load, that's fine. So this is maybe a goblet squat, and it's 21s. So this is a classic bicep exercise, but can be done pretty much for anything. We basically do the bottom half for 7 reps. So that's here to here, and you do 7 there. Then you do 7 full reps. So that's all up and down. And then 7 top half reps. So each part of it gets easier. So that's the hardest part to the easiest part of the squat. But because of the fatigue you've already built up on the other 2, it doesn't feel any easier. But you should be able to get those reps. So it's 7, 7, and 7. If that's too tough, you know, you could do 5, 5, and 5, or whatever works. Just, there's no magic number. It's just that try and work from the hardest variation to the easiest variation. If it's too easy or you've not got a heavy enough dumbbell to make this feel really tough, you can reverse the order. So you can start with the easy part, then do a full, and then end with your last 7 on the bottom. So if the dumbbells is too light and you can't make this really hard, that's one way of making it tougher. If you've got 2 dumbbells, you can always front squat load it, which I'll show you. So I'll show you the original version first, then I'll show you, I'll probably show you the reverse and then probably a double front squat for each set. We're then gonna, in between, we do a 1 leg calf raise. We're gonna use a dumbbell to load it. So you're just gonna hold the dumbbell in the off hand. Sorry, on the same side that you're working, you're then going to just support yourself so you don't have to worry about balance on the opposite side. And then we're just going to go up and down. Okay, that's just going to be for 10 on either side. So let's start with this front squat. Front squat 21s or goblet squat 21s. Let's see how that goes. So it's 7 at the bottom, 7 full, 7 top. Okay, so goblet squat, elbows in, nice upright position. So 7 at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your quads by then. Oh, it's just the whole of your leg's going to be burning. So that, to be honest, is probably a little bit too light. So I'm going to go for the double front squat. I'll probably go double front squat next and then reverse the order on my last set. See how that goes. You can see how it looks. So, one of the calf raise. So, you're going to hold the dumbbell on the same side that you're working like. You're going to support your hand, not on something you can push down on them, just for balance. I'm going to go up and down for 10 reps. I'm going to swap. So with that one, it depends on your dumbbell weight. If it's too light, you're not getting a good enough load on it, you can always pause up at the top. Go up, stop, down, down. If it's too heavy or your balance is an issue, you can always go 2 legs. So you can always hold it and then up, down, or even 2 dumbbells either side. So you've got your variations there on what you can do. So these 21s, like I said, I'm going to show you the front squat version, and I'll show you the reverse option, probably in a goblet position. I'm going to get a drink because these are fairly taxing, as you can hear from my breath. And I reckon this set is going to be pretty tough. So, front squat, dumbbells. So they're going to come up. I'm going to keep my elbows up, and I'm just going to rest one end of the dumbbell on my shoulders. So I'm not relying totally on arm strength. I can lie it onto my shoulders. But it's just going to be the same. I'm going to do 7 at the bottom, 7 full reps, 7 top half reps. So we'll see how this goes. But this is an option if you've got 2 light dumbbells. You can load up a little bit more by front squatting it rather than goblet squatting it. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to flip these up into that front squat. So here, so you see how it's resting actually on my shoulder. Part of it is resting. So we're going to do 7 at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 full. Whew. 7 at the top. And we come down. There you go, the breath back. Oh, okay. And I'm going to do the calf raises. Grip up into one hand. Try not to push down on anything. Try and just have it as a little bit of support. Oh, so I can feel my heart pumping, your legs to burn following that. So I'm going to allow my breath to come back down. I'll show you the reverse order goblet squat version. So this is, you've only got one dumbbell, but it's a little bit light for the regular version. So like I did on my first set, I felt that was probably too easy. And the double dumbbell version was probably about right. But if you've only got one dumbbell and it felt too easy, this is the way to make it tougher without having any other weight available. It's fairly simple. You're just going to reverse the order of what you're doing. So we're going to do 7 at the top, 7 full, and the hardest variation is 7 at the bottom last. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to allow myself a little more recovery, so I know this is going to be fun. It's important for the bottom half, it is actually the bottom half. So make sure that you're getting really good depth. If that means that you raise your heels a little bit, so say something like a mat, it'll just help you to get here and you maintain that bottom half of your squat. So you're talking that's halfway, that's your top, this is your bottom half, and then your full would be parallel to there. So if you need to just raise your heels to get that bottom half, that's fine. Don't worry about that. Okay, procrastinated long enough. Let's see what this is saying. So remember, we're going to start with the easiest variation, that's the top half. Then we do a full 7, and then we're going to finish at the bottom. So this is how to make this exercise harder with a lighter dumbbell. So one lighter dumbbell, so should I say. So 7 at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 full. 6, 7, and 7 at the bottom. So down to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Ow. So that was, I'd say, like almost twice as hard as the other way around. So if you've got a lighter dumbbell, it feels too easy, swap it up for the reverse order then. Okay, left leg, calf raise. Remember, you don't want to have too much balance problems, but also you don't want to use the implement as a crutch and to be pushing down on it. So if your arm's fairly straight and just touching something, it'll really help. Obviously, if balance is an issue, go closer, but try not to push down on anything. Okay, so that's our 3 sets there. I recommend 3 sets of that and 3 sets of the first bit. This part sees you might get 4 sets, but I would still probably stick with 3. There's a lot of we call eccentric stress on these exercises, which is going to make you feel very sore if you jump in too quickly with too much volume. So the next 2 C's, we're going to do hamstring curl dumbbell. Hamstring curl, actually did these last week, but they're a great lower body exercise. It's a tricky one to do with any other piece of equipment. So this is a good opportunity to do so. I'm going to do 8 of them. And I'm going to do straight arm sit up, but I'm going to make it a really tough variation. We're actually going to do 1 rep of, so it's going to be the hardest rep you've ever done. So with dumbbell hamstring curl, you're going to set the dumbbell up. And I recommend a mat at least underneath your knees for this exercise, as they're going to take, they're going to be pushed into the floor quite hard. So let me get that on the back of it. I'd potentially also put a dumbbell, a mat where your dumbbell's going to go down again, just because if you've lost a little bit of control, you don't want to smash into your floor, probably a good idea. So then you want to squeeze the dumbbell between your feet, and then when it comes up, you should have it secured here. So it's up, so and you're trying to get as long as you can. And you bring your knees up to just about 90. Your aim is to try to get the dumbbell to the floor, really. You can see I'm trying to get it. One more. There you go. Control it. And we'll drop. Okay, so after your 8 hamstring curls, we're then going to do a straight arm sit up. However, we do 1 rep. Like I said, we're going to try and make this the toughest rep we've ever done. So we're going to sit up. We're actually going to start at the top. I'm going to use the dumbbells as anchor points, like we did for the reverse crunch. So we're going to anchor our feet, and I'm going to start at the sit-up position. So you're going to start like this. You're going to start with your hands over your head. You're going to go down once, but as slow as you can. So you're only going to do 1 of these. That's it. That's the set. But you're going to go down as slowly as you can. Okay. 20 seconds is probably decent, but as long as you can make this rep last for while still moving, you've got to keep moving. So hands up. And you're just going to be really slow, trying to keep your back flat. It seems like it shakes. I get to 45 degrees. All right. So with that one, if your dumbbells aren't heavy enough to hold you down, you might want to put your feet under a couch or a sofa, under your bed, just anything that's really heavy. You just need enough weight that'll hold your feet down. You don't want your feet, because they'll feel like your feet want to come up on that, and you want to really focus on how slow you can go. I'm going to stand up because I'm going to get a hamstring cramp after that. So you will probably be quite sore if you've not done these before. Like I said, there's a lot of eccentric stress. That's that lowering phase. So don't overdo it with the reps. So I'm going to go again soon. Once I feel like I'm not going to get cramp, so it'll be a good shout. And all right, feel like I can probably go again. So stand your dumbbell up. So sorry, progressions and regressions on this. Just do less reps. Drop it to 6 or even 4. So long as you range of motion's good, if you do 4 really good ones, that's probably better than doing 8 little half reps. If it's too easy, the only thing you can really do is make sure you're getting full range so that the dumbbell touches the floor behind you softly every single time, and just slow it down as well. So when you're going up and down, maybe a 3 and a 3 count, if that dumbbell's too light, or even a 4 count on the way up and down. It's all about tempo. You're kind of going to have to go slow anyway to keep control, but if you can even slow it down further, then that'd be another way of making this tougher, because you can't really load it anymore unless you've got, you know, an adjustable dumbbell. So grip it, kind of goes between that where your arches come in, so it'll fit in there quite well. And you've got your toes and your heels just about touching, and it should be fairly secure. When you go up to the top, it'll feel more secure. You'll know if you've got it then. So when you're in that position, you're able to feel your feet are touching. So I'm going to try and get 8. 1, 3. If it's too light, like I said, you could aim to slow these reps down, as long as you're still making full range. So it wasn't quite there on that one. That's better. Probably a little bit too uncontrolled at the bottom though. One more. All right, that's me. All right. So yeah, to make that one tougher, you saw when I bring it up, it's quite quick. If you slowed that down, you would really, really feel it. Even more. Right. So secure your dumbbells. Put your feet in. Start at the top. Nice and upright. Hands up. Start lowering as slowly as you can. So this one, it's just how long you take that makes it hard. So you should be able to do it. It just depends on how slow you go. So if you go, so if you really slow it down, it's obviously going to be a lot harder. If you go a little bit quicker, you can make it really easy for yourself. Especially that bottom section. So the top sort of half is a little bit easier. Once you get to like this angle, it becomes really hard. If you can get to that angle and then drop to make it easy for yourself, that's okay. If it's too easy, just go slower. See if you do 45 seconds, something like that. Go crazy. Maybe set a timer for 45 seconds and try and aim for that. Try and make 1 rep last 45 seconds. Bravo if you can do that. So again, I'm going to let my hamstrings stop feeling like they're going to cramp before we start again. So with these, yeah, you're probably talking four good reps is probably going to be fairly solid effort. Just depends on your dumbbell weight. I wouldn't go more than 8 reps. If it's too light, just focus on slowing the reps down. Nice slow lowering. Touch the floor with the dumbbells. Touch, not hit the floor. And then slowly bring them back up as well. You also, when you bring your knees up, so when you bring your feet up, try and just bring them up to 90. Don't bring it past there because basically you lose any tension. So up to 90 degrees and then down fully until your dumbbell touches the floor. All right, once my hamstrings are slightly more recovered, I will go again for a 3rd set. Sure we get reasonably recovered. Okay. Here we go. Last set of these. Flying hook position. Yeah, so you kind of want to bring it up to here. When you go past there, you start to lose the hamstring tension. So about 19, you can feel your hamstrings just switching on at that point. And then as you extend, that's when they really have to work. To keep control of the dumbbell. It's a bit heavy. So make sure on the lowering, you're not slamming it into the floor. It's nice and controlled. So that's heavy, I can feel it jar. As I said, that up phase as well, if you can slow it down. Over. Over it. Put it down. Okay, so straight arm, 1 rep sit up. This is almost like a moving plank. I'm trying to maintain your position. It's just that you're moving at your hip. So it's not, dissimilar. We're talking about time here, not reps. So just as long as you can do. Keep your chest up. Fingertips to the ceiling. Right, so you see, as I went past halfway, it started to really hurt. So it's just getting past, once you pass the halfway, you've got to really hold on. Really suck up. Okay, so we're now going to finish with a D, just one. It's just going to be 50 hip thrusts. This can be a broken set, or it can be a straight through. It is up to you. We're going to load it with a dumbbell. So we're going to put the dumbbell in a hip crease, and then we're going to do 50 reps. Now, you can break this up however you want, and that's kind of a regression here. So if it takes you 5 sets, that's fine. If it takes you 1 set, that's also fine. But just try to rest as little as you can. Try and get through the 50 as quickly as you can. I'm going to let my hamstrings just relax a little bit again, and then we're going to go. And we're going to try and get 50. Try and make sure you're using your glutes. Oh, hello. So we're going to try and use our glutes to really tilt our pelvis and push through. So you go from here, tilt your pelvis, and push through, okay? If you start to feel anything in your lower back, have a break at that point, relax, use your glutes, reset again. I'll show you how to set this up in a moment. This is our last one, and we're just going to do 1 set, and once you've got to 50, that's you done. You're just going to break it as little as we can. So find your chair or edge of your couch or edge of your bed. Something that is roughly about knee height is normally pretty good, or just below knee height is fairly useful. You will want it to be a little bit padded. Wood's not the best material, but it'll do. So you're going to set the dumbbell here in your hip crease, okay? Just where the band goes, or band would go. And then we're just going to do 50, 2, 3, 4. 10, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 40, I'm have to rest. Oh, that's 4. I've only got 10 more to do, so I'm just going to shake off. Let my hamstrings relax again. Try and use my glutes a bit more. Hamstring fatigue, obviously, from the curls. So I need to use my glutes. Really push through. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So, that was okay. So 50. Well, I'd say it was okay. I'm doing a bit tense my glutes now. So 15 as few sets as you can. Try not to stop too much. Try and push through. Get to that level of fatigue where you feel like the next rep or two you're not going to be able to do with that one. If you get all 50, fantastic. Okay, hope you enjoyed that one. See you all soon. Have a good weekend.